So, my name is Jordan, and take a wild guess what his name is. Jordan. So we're both Jordan. It'll be easy to remember. Yep. All right, so we're here with the Middleport Fire Department for Fire Prevention Week. So every year we come out, we talk about fire safety, how to prevent fires, and just review on everything fire related, okay? So, first of all, what is the number you call for an emergency?
911.
911, very good. 911. So what do you tell 911 when you call them? Okay, so you tell them your name, so who you are, and you also tell them what's going on. Is there a fire? Is there someone hurt? Do you need the police? And the biggest thing is, where are you? Are you at home? Are you at school? Does everybody know their home address? Yeah? Okay, if you don't, it'd be good to learn. So when you do call, you can tell them where you live, and they can send the appropriate people to help you. So Jordan here is a 911 dispatcher. So when you call 911, you may talk to him. Okay? All right. So what happens if your clothes catch on fire? Very good. Stop, drop, and roll. So, like she said, stop what you're doing. So don't run around. Because if you run around, that gives the fire more air, which will make the fire bigger. So you stop, you drop to the ground, and you roll around, which will smash the fire and put it out. Okay? So just remember, stop, drop, and roll. Don't try to run around. Okay? How about smoke detectors? Does everybody have smoke detectors in their house? No? You do? Good. So if you don't have smoke detectors, maybe go home and tell mom and dad that we need smoke detectors. They sell them at Walmart. They're not that expensive. So get you some smoke detectors. Everybody know what a smoke detector sounds like? Yep.
Beep, beep, beep.
Yep, really loud beeping. All right. So that tells you that it's detected smoke and you need to get out of the house. Does everybody know how to get out of their house? Okay. So if all goes well, you should be able to just get up out of bed, walk through the house and around the front door, right? But what happens if there's a fire between your bedroom and the door? Then what do? Okay? If you're on the first floor, you can go out the window. But what if you're on the second floor?
You get a ladder, but my parents have a ladder, a little ladder. And we have a basement and we have an upstairs.
Yeah? Okay, so if you have one of the little ladders at the window, that's great. Most people don't.
Well, I have a big ladder.
Yeah? Okay. So if you're upstairs, you can't jump out the window. So you're going to have to wait for someone with a ladder, usually us, to get there. So while you're waiting, you need to be as low to the floor as you can, because that's where all the good air is. The higher you go, the hotter it gets and the more smoky it gets. So to keep the smoke out of your room, you can take a coat or your blankets off your bed and push them up against the bottom of the door to keep the smoke out, to keep that clean air as much as you can.
I know one thing. What if, like, a little piece of, like, hey, fire? Your mommy knows a lot with the food there. Your mommy knows.
Yeah. All right. I don't speak little kid. All right. So you put that up there to keep the smoke out, and you're going to stay as low as you can to keep below the smoke. Then when we get there, you're going to yell and scream as loud as you can, and get something bright, like that bright pink jacket, and start waving it out the window and trying to get our attention.
This one?
Yep. If you get our attention, then our first thing we're going to do is we're going to get either one of the regular ladders off the truck, or if we have the ladder truck that's outside, we can put the big ladder up to your window and take you out the window. Okay?
Open the weapon and put it down the window.
What is it?
What? We're scared.
Well, unfortunately, you're going to be scared. It's a very scary situation. But that's why we're teaching you, so you'll know what to do.
I'm not scared of anything.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay. So once you get out of the house, whether that be walking out the front door, or crawling out the front door, you got to crawl, or going out the first story window, or if you somehow make out the second story window, does everyone have a special place outside for everybody in your family to meet? So then everybody's together. Does anybody have that? Could be the mailbox, could be the tree outside. At my house when I was growing up, it was by the electric pole at the end of the yard. That got us away from the house enough, and we could make sure that everyone's outside.
We have porch lights.
Okay. So you need to find somewhere far away from the house for everyone to meet. So maybe when you go home tonight, you can talk to mom and dad and ask them, is there a special place for us to meet if we have a fire? That way, when we show up, we'll go to that special place and we'll ask them, is everyone out of the house? If everyone's out of the house, we know that our only job is to put the fire out.
We have a special place. We have a fire. We have a big, giant wall.
Okay.
I'm gonna be done.
So if everyone's not out of the house, then our primary job is to go inside and find whoever's not there, whether it be mom or dad or the kids or your pets. And you know not to go back in the house after your dog or your cat, right?
Yeah.
And I know that's as hard for me as it is for anybody because my dogs are my kids, but don't go back in after anything, whether it be your dog, your cat, your toys, anything. Once you get outside, stay outside. It's our job to go in and get them because we have all this special gear to protect us where you don't, okay? All right. So if you are still in the house and we show up, we're going to come in with all this special gear, which Jordan here is going to show you. So right now, he looks just like a regular guy, right? He's a dad just like your dad. He's got a kid about your age, and he's got another one on the way. So he's going to put on some special clothing that's going to make him kind of look funny, more than usual. No joke on that? Okay. Tough crowd. All right. So he's going to put all these special clothes on to keep him protected. So he's got these boots to keep his feet safe. He's got pants to protect his legs. He's got big pads in his knees because when he's crawling around that house, there's a lot of really hot stuff. There could be sharp stuff like broken glass and everything on the floor. We don't want to cut his legs up. So he's got these big pads to protect his legs.
Oh, weapon.
And he's got suspenders. What do you think suspenders are for? So his pants don't fall down. That'd be bad if his pants fell down in the middle of the fire. He wears this protective hood that protects his hair and his ears and his neck. And then he's got this coat that protects his arms, his chest, his back. And he's also got these big flaps that come up that also protect his neck. So he's got different layers of protection. Same way, that's why this is kind of long, so it protects his belly. He's also got a flashlight so he can see in the dark. When he comes off the truck, he'll have a radio, which we keep on the fire truck, so he can talk back and forth. And he's got a helmet. So that way, so when Harden falls on his head, it won't crack his head open. All right? So when he goes to go inside the fire, he's going to put this big air pack on. It's like a backpack. No, it's not an extinguisher. It kind of looks like an extinguisher. but it's just a big tank of air because inside the fire it's really smoky and you can't breathe in the smoke. So we bring our own air in. Yep. He's got a seat belt that holds it to him because, like on your backpack, if you crawl with your backpack, it will flop to either side, right? We don't want the thing to flop around. We want it secured to him. Then he wears this mask, which will protect his nose and his eyes and his face, and he can see. And then he pulls that hood back up to protect his hair and his ears again. He'll have his helmet, his gloves. He's got the helmet on. And if he was actually going to fire, he'd have this strap under his chin so it'll hold his helmet on. Then gloves, so he doesn't burn his hands, and they won't get cut with glass, so when he's crawling through, he won't cut his hands up. And then when he's ready to go inside the fire, he'll turn his bottle on. You'll hear it go beeping and lighten up. All those beeps just means it turned on. And then he's got this. That's what gives him the air into his mask. So he's going to sound funny. All right. So you can hear him breathing. And you can talk.
Hello.
So, see, he sounds a little different, right? And you can hear him breathing. He kind of sounds like Darth Vader. You guys know who Darth Vader is? Kind of an old reference. Okay? So he sounds funny. He looks funny. He looks a lot bigger. And he kind of looks like a monster, right? But I promise, he's not a monster. He's there to help you. So he's there to help you. So don't try to hide from him. If he comes in your bedroom to look for you, he's there to help you. Smoke and fire is really good at playing hide and seek. It will find you every time. Now, we're not very good at hide and seek, especially in the dark when it's really hot. So we want you to come to us. We'll be yelling for you. You know, if you hear me, come to my voice. Come to me. So you crawl towards us, we'll crawl towards you, we'll get you and take you outside. So main thing is, don't hide under the bed, don't hide in the closet, because you can't hide from fire or smoke. Yeah. Yep. So you don't want to hide. Because if we can't find you, we can't help you. Okay? And what that beeping is, have you guys ever played Marco Polo? Where, you close your eyes and you say Marco, and someone else says Polo, and you got to find them just by saying Marco Polo. So we kind of play a big game of Marco Polo. If he was to get hurt inside of a fire, if he doesn't move in, I think it's 15 seconds, 10 or 15 seconds, that thing will start beeping. So sometimes, if he's just standing here, it'll beep. But if he's hurt and doesn't move, it will start beeping louder and louder and louder. So we'll get it to do it here in a second. Maybe. But while we're waiting on that, there it is. So that's saying, hey, move, but if he doesn't move, it gets louder and louder until eventually it gets really, really loud if he's hurt and he's laying there, and then we kind of play a big game of Marco Polo and we can come find him. So we'll hear that thing beeping, and also, we turn around, you see every couple seconds these lights will light up on his back and hit the red button. See how it starts lighting up all over? Okay, turn it off. And that just helps us find him. We can hear it, and we can see all those lights blinking on him. That just helps us find him quicker. And then we can drag him out. Whether that be through one of these straps, I can grab him right here and drag him, or under here there's a big strap built into his coat, so I can grab it, and it basically makes a cradle under his arms, like a big rope, and I can drag him out with that. So this is all the different ways that if he gets hurt inside a fire, we can come in and help him. okay? Then one other little thing people always ask is, what's this little tag on the back of our helmets? This is our ID tag. So when we go in a fire, we give this to the boss, our fire chief. So he knows everybody that is on the fire. Same way when you guys do fire drills. So you know when you do fire drill, you go outside and then they call the roll and you say, okay, is Harley here? And we know, okay, Harley's there. It's the same thing. If something bad happens in a fire, like the house falls down or there's a big explosion, we can go out and say, okay, is Jordan here? Okay, yep, because we have his tag. And he says, yes, I'm here. If we get to where, is Jordan here? We look around, Jordan's not there. That means he's still inside the house. That means we gotta go in and look for him because he might be hurt. That's what these are for. These hang on the back of our helmets, and it's the same way as doing your attendance in the morning and when you do your fire drills. So we know that everyone is where they need to be and they're safe. Okay? Does anybody have any questions over that?
I don't.
You don't? Like your shirt, you got a fire truck on your shirt. I like that. I saw one of the Paw Patrol thing. I like Paw Patrol. So any questions? No? You guys are easy. All right. So the only other thing is we'll go outside and look at the fire truck. You guys want to look at the fire truck? You want to look at the fire truck? Don't want to look at the fire truck? Yes, fire truck? All right. Everybody loves fire trucks.